Welcome to Teaching a Horse to Longline by Robert Taylor. This is Lesson 2. Let's get started. It is a continuation of Lesson 1, where we learned about equipment we should use when starting a horse. So take a seat and relax while Robert leads us through this stage of training a horse to longline.
The other end of the arena, who stand, in the horse stand. You might be a little impatient to start with, but if I'm starting with a horse and the horse is impatient, I will stick to the wall like this. Walk on. And I will stick to the wall all the way along. And I will stick to the wall even though it's near a door. If I hear somebody coming here, I will stop my horse or circle away perhaps. But certainly, if in this situation here, the horse is a little startled, I will keep my horse, walk on. I keep my horse down here. And I'll come around again, and I walk along the wall. And I will continue this. Never would I turn into the open space. I just come down here. If I haven't got a right yard, and turns into the wall, and he comes back around again. This allows me the opportunity to make sure the horse is in my control. When I am comfortable with that, then I tend to come away from the wall. Notice I'm walking slightly to the inside. I can walk behind the horse as if I'm a cart, but then in this situation here, the horse cannot see me. If I walk slightly to the inside, ever so slightly to the inside, then he can see me. If I'm behind him, directly behind him, all he can see is the width. I'm walking slightly to the inside, and you notice I walk away from the business end of his rear end. I am not, and I'm looking at my horse, studying my horse all the time. I do not ever get close enough that he can kick me. Never. Never. Now, down the line, and more high school horses that are well trained, etc., you can walk right up behind them. Not a problem. I, lucky enough, touch wood, have never ever been kicked doing any of these activities because I stay out of range of their legs. And I do a lot of troubleshooting with horses, and you can't troubleshoot with lying on the ground having been kicked. So here, you notice also that I have a positive contact with the line. There is no loose line. There is no loose line. I have a positive contact. There might be as much as half a pound, somewhere between half a pound to a horse that is a little stronger, that might have a stronger beat on. I have enough contact to get the horse to pay attention to me and communicate with me as well as me with him. In long lining and training your horse, young or old, it's all about communication. You have your hands and you have your voice. If you're going to throw away the hands, then it is up to the horse. You have to make all the decisions. Once you have established the pattern that you wish to go along, then the contact should become lighter and lighter, and the horse would continue along that track until you ask the horse to change. So there's a small amount. Notice that my hands do not move much. Notice that the action is here. It's a piston action. There's no inside hand. As you're driving or long lining with a third single. The inside hand might give you, the reinsman, the rider, the person on the ground, a little personal satisfaction and gratification, but it does nothing for the horse. So you see, he's quite relaxed, even with the other horse walking and trotting around. He's quite relaxed. That's what I want. I'm going to ask the horse to change rein. So I'll cut in two. I'll go down the center of the circle that I have been describing. For me to change rein or go the other direction, I simply shorten one, let the other one slip a little, he understands what I want, then I would shorten the other and lengthen the outside line. And again, I would come to the wall. 2, 2, 2. Then. Okay, he's not standing square, but he's stopped for me. I'm happy about that. And walk on. Walk on. Notice, once again, watch the lines. 2, 2, 2. Stand. Very methodical. Watch my lines. Watch the ropes. Walk on. He takes me forward. I do not stop. I do not start to walk. He starts to walk. So I have the same quality of communication at the moment he moves forward that I have standing still. The advantage with that is if the horse gets startled, there's no sudden slack to take up, and the horse is then, you know, in a situation of being not only in control but frightened, and our communication is out the window. See, now you're starting to square up a little bit better. Walk on. Never ever be hit with the whip unless it is essential that you have made a decision to hit the horse with the whip. The whip is there for me just to touch him with the lash end of it, the fine end of it, just to say, hey, just move up a little bit. And again, I'm going to get Mackenzie to come down here, if you would, Mackenzie, and come down to the wall where I started behind me, and then I will bring him to you. So once again, very little change in the hands, but the horse is completely relaxed. The mistake that people make is, oh, he's walking okay, so we'll go trot. He's trotting okay, so we'll go canter. So this first stage, I'll just come the horse up to you. Good. Go out there. You will put the lead rope on. Your horse. Now, even though she called her horse, I put the whip down gently. I keep hold of these lines because if something goes wrong, then ultimately I'm the one in control of the lines. And Mackenzie cannot be expected to get these unraveled from around his legs. Once again, I do not come near the business end. Good boy, I move away. Bend his head to the inside slightly. Boy, reassuring. Notice I asked Mackenzie not to touch him. And that's a big thing to be, yes, you should really be reassured, etc. But while you're standing there with one hand and stroking him in the face with the other, then if he jumps forward, you don't have that other hand is somewhere in the wrong place. So here is Mackenzie's horse, and then what I do here is I'll undo this so that we have a secondary means of getting hold of the horse, and then I will undo line number 1 and take it away, and then I'll walk around. Always walk around the front. Always walk around the front. Do not walk around the back. And I place that on there. I just don't throw it over. And the reason why I don't, he's probably okay with it, but the reason why I don't throw it over is quite simple. One day you're going to do it with a horse that is not as quiet as the one that you're used to, and you're teaching somebody, and you've done something unfamiliar, then the horse is going to shy, and somebody's in a hard situation. With the lines, take the line from the very end, and it doesn't matter what size of loops that you loop, just loop it up like this. And again, this is simply for me. And I come around here like this, bring it through, and it's ready to hang on whenever I want to hang it on. If it's a surcingle, it'll sit on there. Again, I'll show you with this one. If you have a system and you're satisfied that that system is safe, use it. You may tweak, and when other people advise you, experienced people advise you, you may tweak your method. But try not to chop and change. Have a safe method, and that safe method will do you well. I'll do the throat light chop again so that it doesn't fling around and get him in the face. Kick this over his head. And there we have it. Now we're going to take him down to the bottom end and untack the horse very briefly. So, Mackenzie, if you just take him down there, that would be great. Good.
Thank you for joining us today. To view all of Robert's webcasts, log on to www.tailormadestables.com. See you next month with a new one.